Hi, I'm Launders, and my original plan for this video was to show you guys how to break timings by b-hopping all the way from spawn to bomb sites, get in there and planting the bomb before the CTs could arrive, footing away across the map. Unfortunately, because of the value system implemented in CSGO by Valve, this is a kind of unrealistic goal. You can't keep over 300 speed without being automatically slowed, and if you go slower than 250 you're not really b-hopping at all because you could be running and going faster than you would be b-hopping. So in this video I don't want to hype b-hopping up in competitive as if it's something that you can do like it was Source. It's not the same. It's a lot harder and a lot less rewarding, but it is still possible, and for people who tell you it's not possible, they're wrong. Most of this video is going to be providing proof that that's true. If you've ever seen some of the good b-hoppers in the professional scene, or at least in the NA scene, a couple come to mind. Those are Eclipse and Dazed. They are amazing b-hoppers. They do it in competitive all the time. And on short rush distances, which I'll show you a couple of them, they do break timings at least slightly. So I'm going to show you what it looks like to have a good b-hopping competitive, and the technique I used, and the problem with trying to break long rush distances by b-hopping the whole way. So here I have the timer set, and I'm running to bomb site B just to show you kind of roughly how long it would take me both ways, b-hopping or not. And obviously somebody could b-hop better than I can and maybe beat the timing, but this is just to give you a realistic example. I try to do this in a single run, and so like b-hopping in CSGO should be considered, or it should be thought of as skipping pebbles in a pond. Okay, sometimes you can throw a pebble and get some really nice skips, 3 to 4 skips, and that's pretty much how b-hopping is in CSGO. As long as you're going above, and you can see my velocity in the top left, that's what we're going to focus on in terms of speed. If we're going above 250, we're making it worthwhile. So as long as we're going above 250, we're b-hopping, but if you can't maintain between 250 and 300, you're wasting your time one way or another. You're either going to be slowed, or you're going too slow for it to be considered b-hopping in the first place. One of the techniques that I thought was most effective was this one right here, and that's repeatedly jumping in the same spot over a series of jumps. So jumping in a straight line, jumping out, and then strafing back in. Since we're not on my KZ server, I can't show you what keys I press, but I'm going to show you that a little bit after, near the end of this video. As you can see, these are effective b-hops. You take less steps as you get to a place. That's another benefit of b-hopping over running. Even if you're going a little bit slower, it's harder to track your movement if an enemy can't see you. So that also helps. Another place that it's really effective is situations where you have uneven surfaces, because you gain speed in this game from jumping off a surface that's higher or lower than the one that you are on. And so this is an example that I saw Shroud doing, or Eclipse, and he's a really great b-hopper. He did this way better than I'm about to do, and I just want to show you how this can be effective. So I planted the bomb. I see a CT coming, rotating through arch, and I want to pretend I'm here, have him fake the bomb, maybe walk over, and then I want to show up in apps out of nowhere due to a fast rotate. And you can do this b-hopping. Obviously, the more effective you are, the better. And to get all the way through apps, it only took 4 to 5 steps. So, in my opinion, that's a really effective way to do it. So now this is one that I saw Daze doing in a match, and since the runtime from Kesh spawn to A main is very short, it's a lot more viable to think about trying to break a timing here. So as a terrorist, if your team is going to rush, maybe you want to try this. See, as you see, I can hit 300. And then I will lose speed directly after that, but while I'm at 300 or just under, I can b-hop again. If I hit that perfectly, I can go a lot farther. So running, I definitely would have got there at the same time, and you can break your way into a site that way. It's very effective. So this is the technique I used. Basically, I'm doing it really slowly here. Uh, I recommend you go and watch the last bhop video so that you can watch. It's about 15 minutes. I'm bhopping the entire time, so you can really see the technique. But basically, it's switching from A to D, and it's keeping your mouse as sync as possible. For a really effective bhop, you don't have to be dramatic. You don't have to like throw your mouse across the room and then throw it back really fast. It's not about that. It's about keeping a high sync and being very calm. Just making sure that your mouse and your keyboard are synchronized, and that you're not pressing W while you're in the air. This will allow you to strafe and turn freely, because it's the turning in the air that's going to give you speed. So as soon as you jump, you want to switch. You want to think about it as WASD, even if you're not using it. Even if you're not using these keys, just think about it like this. So you'd run W, and then you jump. Mouse wheel, hopefully, spacebar. If not, you can bhop with spacebar. I just recommend that you use mouse wheel. So run, jump, and then switch from W to A, and then A, D, A, D, A, D. And then that's how you're going to gain all your speed, as you can see here. Okay? And look, for a second there I was going 500 speed. That's impossible to do in competitive, but one of the reasons that I find that technique most effective is because, as you can see for a bit here, I do stay between 2 and 300. So theoretically, this could be a way to bhop in competitive without and do it indefinitely. So that's kind of my technique, and that's the way I think it's best to do it. As I said, bhopping on a single point. If you want to practice, I recommend you just open up a map, go load any map you want, and just practice, practice, practice. That's what's going to make this possible. It's a lot of fun to bhop, and I want to see more people bhopping because I really want to stick it to Valve. I really do appreciate the fact that they're trying to make the game more competitive, but who doesn't like bhopping? I mean, let's be real. It's just too much fun. So let's show them what we can do, and hopefully they won't nerf it again. So I hope you learned something. I don't know if I was as in depth as I could have been, but if you have any questions, I'll be happy to field them. Send me a message on YouTube. Send me a message on Twitch. Send me a message on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Steam. No, I'm just kidding. Just Steam. I don't use any of those other things. So any questions you have, let me know. I'm CS Boxer. I'm Launders. Thanks for watching, and this is how to bhop in competitive. Thanks a lot. See ya.